Hope Valley, 1874, Season 1, Episode 2 Review, Determination and Dreams. By author Laura Noack. Frontier life requires grit, determination, and fearlessness. The women of Hope Valley, 1874, have that in spades. Rebecca Clark, Hattie Quinn, and Peggy McCabe would do anything for each other and to inspire their daughters. While the females will generally lead the series, the battle between the ranchers and the prospectors also heated up on Hope Valley, 1874. The laws allowed ranchers and prospectors to handle their own disputes, and things got messy with the boarding house and the new Mountie. Constable Alexander Vaughn tried to keep the peace while sparking Olivia Quinn's interest. Rebecca was an outsider, and many men did not approve of her changing things. They made things difficult by stealing her boards and failing to return her wood when she needed it. I enjoyed the undercurrents and awkwardness between her and Tom Moore. He despised what her boarding house stood for, but he still respected her determination and wanted her and Sarah to be safe. I don't think he actually wanted her to leave. He was intrigued by Rebecca, but he wanted her to find another way to survive. I love the fact that Rebecca and Tom respected each other, even when they were irritated with each other. That was a credit to Bethany Joy Lenz and Benjamin Ayres' genuine connection. Rebecca seemed determined to succeed without a handout, yet she didn't want to upset Tom. Rebecca showed no fear when she saw her boards at the camp, but most of them saw her as an interference. I felt for Rebecca. The only people who supported her were the Yosts, who tried to stand up for her. People can only be knocked down so many times. Rebecca never dreamed that it would be so expensive, so I was relieved that Lars Yost returned some of the wood. Rebecca was a force of nature, and she's inspired some lives, a little at a time. Tom Moore and Doyle disagreed on everything, especially who was allowed to work on the land. Tom believed that, since his family had worked the land for years, it belonged to him. While I did blame Tom for threatening Doyle, he made this war personal, and Doyle was the type to let things go. I could see how new laws would anger someone like Tom. He had worked the land for years, and now a pest wanted proof that he owned it. Alexander did want these fights, and even tried to help Tom apply for a land patent, but Tom Moore had his pride. It's never wise to become enemies with a Mountie, though. It does matter if he's younger. He makes the rules. Constable Vaughn may have gotten through since Doyle and Tom returned to their star matches, rather than an all-out war, and we'll need to see how this pans out. Olivia Quinn, Roan Curtis, was a beautiful dreamer, and Clayton recognized her beauty. He'd known her for years, but now he noticed her artistic talent and strived to show her that he noticed her uniqueness. On the other hand, I felt the instant attraction between Olivia and Constable Alexander Vaughn. Something is dashing about a man in uniform, even if he still feels like an outsider since neither the prospectors nor the ranchers trusts him. Olivia liked him immediately. The triangle heated up when Clayton carved Olivia a wooden deer. Those handmade toys were popular in those days and showed how much he admired her hobby. Olivia was like a bird ready to fly, and she now had choices in front of her, not just a new career, but two handsome men. One she'd known forever, and one intrigued her with stories of city life. We are so used to seeing Elizabeth teach school on When Calls the Heart, but back in 1874, there weren't schools everywhere, and reading was something you took for granted. Rebecca assumed correctly that Peggy and Jenny McCabe did know how to read. It saddened me that the school was 2 hours away and learning was a priority back then, but so many girls grew up to be wives and mothers, and sons followed in their father's footsteps on the ranch. Books weren't as important as they are now. I appreciated that Tom asked Rebecca to teach Peggy to read in payment for the wagon, since he overheard her complaining that she felt embarrassed that she and the children were illiterate. I suspect that Rebecca will do more than just tutor the McCabes. I think she'll be the first school teacher and open many people's world to learning and imagination. Hattie seemed more like a survivor, wanting her daughter to inherit her work ethic. She loved her late husband, but he had so many big dreams, and Olivia resembled her father more than she did. Olivia longed to share her art with the world. I loved that Rebecca understood her gift and asked her to assist with the interior design at the boarding house. It showcased the special bond between female friends who understood the importance of providing a haven. It was more challenging for Hattie because she wanted her daughter close by, but she also wanted Olivia to spread her wings. This project could be the perfect compromise, and it showed the strength of their bond. If you've watched as much television as I have, you know that secrets always surface at the worst times. Rebecca seemed terrified that someone would follow them there and kidnap Sarah, so what was she running from? It forced Sarah to grow up way too fast, taking on the responsibility of comforting her mother and helping renovate the boarding house. While children worked hard back then, They also needed to be curious and playful, which Rebecca emphasizes in their relationships with others. Both females appeared nervous every time Constable Vaughn approached them, even though he was perfectly pleasant. It sounded like either someone killed her husband and got away with it, or he was prosecuted unfairly under the law. She did trust the law, but longed for equality.